So something I want to say to anyone, young, middle-aged, or old, male or female, if you had been through an ordeal in life, whether it is childhood abuse, domestic abuse, any type of abuse, any type of injustice, and you think that the time is right that you should speak out because you believe that your voice needs to be heard, and you believe that in doing so that you may save someone from what you had been through. I encourage you to speak your truth. There will be people who will come up against you and try to prevent you from speaking. But you've got to be strong, you've got to be courageous. You're not only doing it for yourself, but you're doing it for someone out there who will hear your story, who will hear your testimony, and they in turn will be encouraged to come out and speak, because there are so many things that go on in this society that are known and that are not known, and many things that are known are swept under the carpet because of pride and because of shame. But you have to understand that this is your life and this is your pain you're dealing with, and it is your healing that needs to be dealt with, and your mental health. You need to move on. If you want to start a new chapter in your life, you need to move on. And in order to move on, you need to close the old chapter. And this can be done by speaking out, speaking up, and forgiving the perpetrator or the perpetrators, and bring some closure to your life. I started speaking up, and I even put some of the information in my book, which I published, and I started to reach out to people, young people, through my ministry. And because I was beginning to feel so confident and a sense of satisfaction, I started to post words of encouragement, and I started to get beaten down by people who I was more surprised would do such a thing. But I know that those same people had been through these same experiences. And I started to think, do you know that people who are hurt always seek to hurt others? People who are damaged always seem to damage others because they never sought healing. They never sought counseling, therapy, and dealing with these issues, which are very serious. They have just built their lives on denial, lies, hiding, and they actually believe their own lives, their own lies after time, and they live in their denial. They live in their pain. They never dealt with their pain, and so they try to prevent others who are trying to deal with their pain from speaking out because they are afraid, my advice to those people, those same people, is to seek help, professional help. You don't have to share your story with every and anybody, but if you seek professional help, I'm sure that you will see a great difference in your life. But it's not your place, it is not your place to prevent others from speaking their truth, because they know what they had been through. You were not there. You were not there when that child was being raped. You were not there when that child was being manipulated. You were not there when that child was being threatened. You can't speak for that person. If that person had built up enough courage to speak, that person should be commended for their growth, for their bravery, and for their courage. It is so unfortunate, and that is why so many children suffer in families. That is why so many children grow into adults, and they're so hurt. They're so hurt and so damaged because they're too afraid to speak up. When they do speak up, they are made to look like the perpetrator and not the victim. So today I encourage all victims to speak up. Speak out, find professional help for the sake of your mental health, for the sake of healing, for the sake of growth, for the sake of closure, and also to help you to be able to forgive so that you can move on with your life. There will always be detractors. There will always be people who would have things to say about you. There will always be people who will judge you and will try to silence you. But I pray that you will find the courage to speak up. Your testimony is important. Your testimony can save a young girl, a young boy. Your testimony has a big purpose written all over it. God allowed you to go through these experiences for reasons beyond your understanding. Also to make you stronger and to make you wiser. So again, hurt people will always try to hurt others. Do what you have to do for the betterment of yourself, your health, your mental health, your sanity. For somebody else who may not be brave enough, someone else who's going through the same thing. Pray about it. Find someone who you can really confide in and seek professional help. If you don't, you will live all your life in denial. You will just be living a lie, and you will find that you will attack everyone who comes forward to speak about their story, their experience, and you will also say it's a lie because you are hiding. You are hiding. So you expect everyone else to hide the truth.